Hey, Goof. Hi, Goofball. Yeah. I know some people are gonna be saddened by this, but this is just tough to talk about. Today might be Drake's last day, probably is Drake's last day here. We'll spend all day with Drake, but tomorrow we're supposed to take him back to the shelter. That was always the plan, that was the scheduled time to take him back to the shelter. We were gonna just take care of him for 1 month, just as foster parents. This was always meant to be temporary. You know, like we have 2 animals already here, a cat and a dog, and the cat already is like very uncomfortable with having this extra dog. She'll adjust though if we had to do this, kind of. She's already adjusted a little bit, but we've had some trouble with the cat already, peeing on our beds, and it's been tough having Drake. But there's other things at play too, like Drake's kind of got some expensive stuff coming up. You know, like he's got a really terrible set of teeth. He needs to have teeth extractions, very expensive surgery. We already spend a ton of money on Bailey. Bailey's got like these crazy allergies. So like, I don't know, I don't welcome bringing in like a huge new financial burden into our lives. So the plan always was like we would temporarily take care of Drake, you know, to make room in the shelters, you know, for the new influx of animals that they were getting from hurricane destroyed cities, and he would go back. And they found a shelter. They've been still working to help him out. So they found a shelter that's going to sponsor his mouth surgery. So he's gonna go to a specific shelter just for miniature pinchers to get his mouth surgery and to really probably improve his chances of finding a forever home. We're gonna keep track of him and make sure nothing bad happens to him. I think he's in good hands, you know, but I think I'm taking this the worst. I don't know why. I don't know. He's been a good dog. No, if worst comes to worst, we could manage to take him in, but it's like, it's not in the plans, so it's time for him to keep going on his adventure.